back to Ollie's ASMR world. Hope everyone's well. It's the 20th. Oh, apologies for the shadows on my face. Wow. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. We're all over the shop here. Yeah, it's the 20th of December. So we can do something about this. 5 days to Christmas. Wow. It's going around bloody quick. I thought I'd do a video. I ain't done it like forever. I've not done one of these videos in maybe a year. I don't know. I thought we could. I know a fair few of you like wrestling, as do I. Yes, I admit it. I'm a grown man who still watches wrestling. Oh, shoot me now. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on it, I'll be honest. Like, I've not watched this week's Monday Night Raw, the last Raw of the year, and AEW. I'm about a month behind. I've got like 6 episodes of Collision to watch, and 2 or 3 Dynamites, because I tend to watch more Dynamite than Collision. But I'm kind of up to date as well at the same time, because I listen to podcasts, etc. I just thought we could do a little video where we discuss the state of wrestling, not in a negative way, but it's like, so what we like going through all the recent storylines have been my thoughts on what's going on that I know of. I'm up to date on SmackDown, and up to this last week's Raw, I'm up to date on that as well. So we're sort of going in and out of different parts of wrestling as it is right now. And just give my opinion on little bits of it, and what I like, what I don't like, and where I can see things going with certain storylines, etc. So yeah, sit back, relax, baby. I'm about to with my coffee. Woo, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's 20 in the morning. Let's get going. Look at the shadows in here, bloody hell. I don't know what's going on with the lines and stuff. It's hard to tell. I don't know. I'm sitting in a different part of the room today. I'm normally over there, but I can't be asked to get up, so we're sitting here. Anyway, moving on. So, currently, well, recently, we all know, and if you don't follow wrestling, you probably know about this CM Punk. He got himself fired from AEW by attacking Jack Perry backstage. Not the smartest thing to do, but I think it's fair to say Punk wanted out of AEW quite a while ago. After his kerfuffle with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega backstage, he got his wish. He's out of there, and they brought him back at Survivor Series in Chicago to WWE. I, like a lot of people, expected him to turn up at the Rumble, but then again, I think the way they've done it is the right way. Like, this way you can have a build-up to a storyline at the Rumble, where he's now announced that he's entering. He's coming after Seth Rollins' title potentially. Could be Seth's or Roman's. I think we all know what's going to happen. WrestleMania Night 1 will be Punk v Seth. Punk gets his WrestleMania main event finally. Seth gets the headline of Mania as well. WrestleMania Night 2, I believe, will be Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, Cody has to finish his story, as he keeps telling everyone. I wish he wouldn't finish his story. Right, so this is where I am with Cody Rhodes. His wrestling leaves a lot to be desired for me anyway. very, very much repetitive moves. Not as bad as he was in AEW, but then his matches were so repetitive, it was beyond stupid. I think for me with Cody, it's the very, very, very long promos that he cuts every week, and he just goes on a bit for me. But he's going to finish his story. He'll be the one to beat Roman eventually at Mania. I can't see him keeping the belt on Roman beyond another WrestleMania. It'd be absolute craziness. I believe, in all honesty, that the excitement behind Roman being champion ended probably about 6 months ago. Not long after the Sami Zayn storyline ended, with Roman and the Bloodline, that's when I kind of lost a lot of interest in the Bloodline. Then we had like the Usos turning on each other. It was Jimmy, who looked like he was one who could see sense. Jay was one who was like always angry, and then in the end, Jay was the one Jimmy was the one, sorry, to cost Jay the title against Roman, whoever it was. And both end up getting kicked out, and Jimmy's welcome back, and Jay's now on Raw, wearing the blue of SmackDown. Explain that one to me, somebody please. Why is Jey Uso wearing the colours of SmackDown when he's on Raw? Don't get that at all. Makes no sense in the slightest. He should be wearing red if he's going to wear either colour. Because he's on Raw, just makes sense. We will have... I mean, it's a shame actually, think about Mania. And how he's probably going to be Punk v... CM Punk against Seth Rollins. I was actually really looking forward to the idea, and it wasn't in concrete, it's just something I'd heard mentioned. They could get Gunther against Seth Rollins at Mania, and Gunther be the one to take the title, because that's the next logical step. You do not keep an IC title on somebody as long as they have with Gunther if you're not going to eventually give him one of the big ones, one of the big two. And it's not going to take the title off Roman, not heel v heel, but I can definitely see him taking the title off Seth. But now you got Punk going into the Rumble. Punk and Seth have this backstory well before Punk returned to WWE, and that is the sensible move to make, because we've seen nothing between Gunther and Seth at all. So it has to be realistically Punk v Seth at Mania. There was also something thrown out the other day, and it is quite clever. Well, not clever, but I thought at the time, no, I thought it was stupid. And then all of a sudden, it was mentioned pretty much on SmackDown. So, I was listening to a podcast by a very, very popular wrestling podcaster, and he said, what about the idea that you could have Punk, Roman, and Brock in a triple threat match? They're all ex-Paul Heyman guys, and that would be the tie, and they're all ex-Paul Heyman guys, and is like a part of the Heyman protege, so to speak. And then we get Punk on SmackDown. I don't think he was in the ring with Roman, was he? He was on SmackDown anyway. And I can't remember who he was talking with now. He brought up the fact that he was an original Paul Heyman guy. He said about Roman as well, that Punk was the original one that Heyman took under his wing. I thought, that is bloody good that this podcaster picked up on this before it was even mentioned on TV. microphone that he's a original Heyman guy. And I thought, wow, that's pretty intelligent. If I haven't edited this correctly, you've just heard that twice, I apologise. And I thought, okay, we could go with that, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be Punk, Seth, Cody, Roman. The only issue I have with that is getting two baby faces as champions. I don't like that, never have done. I think you need one heel, one baby face as your respective champions. We'll see how it goes. In other news, WWE related, we have Randy Orton back, and he looks massive. Like, the guy's obviously a big bloke anyway, but when he came back at the Survivor Series as part of the War Games match, he was huge, like jacked to the gills, so to speak. And he's going to be taking on Roman at the Royal Rumble. The only issue I have with this is a kind of a big issue. Why do wrestlers not have to earn their title shots these days? Okay, hear me out. Randy's done nothing to earn a title shot right now. He's not to go through anyone other than he's beat Jimmy, and I guess he'll have to beat Solo before the Rumble. Is there an event before the Rumble? I'm not sure. But he'll probably have to beat Solo as well. He came out the other day on last week's Monday Night Raw. Or was it on SmackDown? I can't remember now. And he challenged SmackDown, because that's where he's signed to, isn't it? So last week's SmackDown he came out, confronted Roman and challenged him at the Rumble. He said, I'm going to be taking you on for your title, basically. It's like, great, I look forward to the match. But how can he just decide that he's going to get a title shot without, earning it? You can't just challenge the champion and say that we're having this match. So I'm not a massive fan when that happens, to be honest with you. Gunter, I was saying about him, we're going to get Gunter against The Miz again. That might have actually happened last night on Raw. I haven't watched that yet. The Miz, I can't take him too seriously. A lot of the stuff he does just looks terrible. Like 99% of the time, it looks really bad. Whereas anything that Gunter does looks bloody brutal. But yeah, him being the IC champion is like in the past, like when I was a kid, if you was the IC champion, they always went on to win the heavyweight title. Your Macho Man, your Ultimate Warriors, Bret Hart, etc., etc. It was the logical step between titles. These days they don't tend to do that. You'd have to be the IC title up until when Gunter got hold of it was very much just a throwaway championship for quite a while, for a lot of years. But he's brought a lot of prestige back to it, and hopefully they can continue that, because whoever beats him will be a made man. Like, if you can beat Gunter, who's held the title now for God knows how long, they are saying you are ready to step up and take that title forward, which is a hell of a responsibility to be put on any athlete, any wrestler. At the minute, NXT, I don't watch it. I apologise if you're a fan of NXT, but I preferred NXT Black and Gold since they turned it to NXT 2.0. It's shockingly awful. In my opinion, there are some great wrestlers there, some great athletes. There's also a lot of shite. It's a real shame, because I reckon Shawn Michaels would have loved to have had it back when it was like Black and Gold, and he could have worked with that. Unfortunately, he's been asked to work with the 2.0 side of things. I don't know. Carmelo Hayes, he's been brought up at least is for the US title, which is held by Logan Paul. Yeah, and Carmelo Hayes won last Friday. He won his opening match, and he's going up against KO this Friday. So that'll be a good match. KO wrestling with a broken hand apparently. Beat, what the hell's his name? I really like that as well. And my mind's gone blank. You know who it was? Not Paul, bloody hell. I thought he had great potential. He was the champion for a little bit, weren't he? The US champion, I think. But yeah, he's gone up against him. You know who I'm on about. The one who's wanders around with the Aussie bloke. Yeah, who I can't stand, by the way. It begins with W. Oh, sorry, I really do apologise for my crap memory. Austin Theory is the one I'm thinking of, and he goes around with. I'm gonna kick myself here because I don't like him. I don't remember his name. Let's have a look. Austin Theory. You might bring up who he's with at the minute. There's a picture of them both right there, and yeah, his name isn't on there. Austin Theory, you know, he's only 26. Wow, didn't know that. Grayson Waller, there you go. Stupid me. Yeah, Grayson Waller, who he lost his match to, I think it's to Carmelo Hayes, wasn't it? And Austin Theory lost to KO. So yeah, that is the next match in the tournament, and I forget who's in the other brackets. Roman. Oh, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's still in it. And who is he taking on? I did see. Let's have a little look, see. Because, like I said, mine's gone blank. Whoever it was somebody I expected to do quite well in the tournament, but now they're up against Bobby Lashley. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Bobby Lashley v. Who's he up against? I don't know. Whoever he's up against, I expect. I've typed in, but when it's SmackDown tournament, that'll be the thing to type in, won't it? SmackDown tournament. Hopefully this brings it up. Yep, that's not brought it up at all, which just makes my morning even more frustrating. Oh yeah, I forgot we had AJ Styles return, didn't we? At the end of SmackDown the other day, he came back and hit his phenomenal forearm on Roman. So it looks like he'll be joining sides with oh bloody hell. He'll be joining sides with Randy Orton to take on Roman maybe. Oh, and LA Knight as well. So that could be something they do at some point. Roman, Solo, and Jimmy against Randy, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. That's it. Who'll be taking on Bobby Lashley. It's going to be what's his name? The Mexican bloke who turned on Rey Mysterio, who I expect a lot of good things from. What's his name? Yeah, that's it. The one who turned on Rey Mysterio. in NXT when he had the two tag team partners with him. They were, what a team they were, like a little stable. Then they came to WWE. Was with Selena Vega for a bit, didn't really work out. I got teamed with her with Rey Mysterio, sorry. But when it happens a lot, don't it? Andrade was in WWE, didn't work out at all. They didn't know how to use him. He gets let go, goes to AEW, apparently wants to come back. His missus Charlotte Flair is in WWE still and will be for the rest of her career. So maybe Andrade comes back to WWE soon. He's doing well in AEW at the minute now in their tournament. And we have the bloke whose name escapes me. I'll kick himself because he's one of my favourite things on SmackDown right now. He's doing really well. He's took out Rey Mysterio and he's going up against Bobby Lashley in the tournament. Hopefully he can win that. I'd like to see him go on and win the whole thing because, like I said, in NXT he's absolutely fantastic. Also on SmackDown we've got Damage Control. Now that's took a bit of a turn, hasn't it? So it was looking like that Bayley was going to be kicked out. I got putting coffee on my chin, flipping it. It was looking like Bayley was going to get kicked out. I heard something before it even happened that Dakota Kai would be the mouthpiece for the group. It would be Dakota Kai, the Kabushi Warriors, and Io, so the three Japanese ladies, and Dakota, who can speak Japanese. And they would kick Bayley out, and we could see that coming, couldn't we? After the Elimination Chamber, not the Elimination Chamber, sorry, after the War Games match, etc. When Bayley took all the finishing moves and she was saving her team and putting herself in harm's way for the rest of her team. And yet afterwards, they still were very thankful, and it looked like they didn't want her as part of it anymore, even though it was Bayley's team. Damage Control was her stable originally. But then Charlotte Flair the other day picked up a really bad injury. She's out for like 9 months or something or other. And it looks like they may have had to change the way things are going to play out. So Bayley, I think, has said she's entering the Rumble. I think we get Bayley winning the Rumble. And Damage Control then turn on her. She becomes a babyface, and eventually at Mania goes up against Io Sky for the title. There is talks of Sasha Banks coming back. She was meant to be signing with AEW, now there's talks of coming back to WWE. Could we see Bayley and Sasha team together against the Kabushi Warriors before Bayley goes on against Io Sky? I think that'd be really good. We have over in AEW MJF and the Devil. Who is the Devil? I'm pretty sure I would put a $5 on it at least that the Devil is Adam Cole. Now Cole's had this really bad ankle injury. There was already like hints that he was going to turn on MJF, etc. Just as MJF was like starting to accept he had a friend that you could trust and all that stuff. And then there's like little hints, oh, can he trust Adam Cole? Is Adam Cole going to turn on him, etc, etc. And then Adam Cole picked up this injury, which for me can't have been as serious as they were making out, because you did not do as much TV work as he's done if you have such a bad injury. He'd have been fully off TV and recuperating and recovering, rehabilitating rather, over the last couple of months, but he's been there most weeks, riding around scooters, etc. with Roderick Strong, who I love in that role. Adam. think we get Adam Cole costing MJF the title. I mean, that's an option. Another option is that a theory I heard the other day, somebody else is the devil, but they're working for somebody above them. I.e., like it was with the Dark Order when they first turned up in AEW, and it turned out Brody Lee was the leader, but we didn't see him for a while. We always thought it was Evil Uno. Sorry, who was the leader. But yeah, it could be that it's Jack Perry behind the mask, behind the devil mask. He's been gone for quite a while now, and in fact, Jack Perry's working for Adam Cole. That's an option. It could be Kyle O'Reilly is working for Adam Cole. We all know that. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, very good friends, both in and away from the ring. So yeah, I like what's going on there. I also really like the push that Swerve Strickland is getting. Like, holy hell. Beating Hangman Adam Page twice. Now, going through this tournament, could go all the way, who knows. But what a wrestler he is. I never really appreciated him in WWE. Swerve. He was called Swerve Scott, wasn't he, in WWE? And no, I never appreciated just how good he was over there. And now he's gone to AEW and he's ripping it up. And he looks, because people in AEW ain't massive, not like they are in WWE. I feel like a lot bigger over there than AEW. Therefore, Swerve doesn't look out of place. He looks like one of the bigger guys, to be fair. Now let me just find out what this bloody bloke's name is. One second. Because it's doing me in not remembering what his name is. If you're wondering, I'm one of the Mexican bloke who injured Rey Mysterio, who's taking on Bobby Lashley. Let's have a look. Santos Escobar, of course it's Santos Escobar, and he was bloody brilliant in NXT, and he came to the main roster and he wasn't used right at all, not in the slightest. And they put him in this faction with Ray and his two teammates, and then Carlito joined and Santos turned, and thankfully he did. I thought it'd be Santos and Carlito teaming together, but I think, to be fair, Carlito would hold Santos back. He's good enough to do it on his own. His English is brilliant. He's great on a microphone. He looks good in a suit. He will be a star. He'll be a champion in the next 12 months. A big champion. I mean, I'm not, a tag champ. I'm talking about one of the big titles. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's me done. Been waffling on way too long here. That is my first state of wrestling video that I've done in a long time. I've never done state of wrestling. I'll do more of these because I like just talking gibberish about pro wrestling and my thoughts on different storylines. There's so much more